Oh no, I didn't want to cut off your My Hero Academia watching. It's 16:33 in the morning. Man, that's a military time, I believe. I am not familiar. Hold on. Hello. Well, for me, it's 1:43 in the afternoon, making it a perfect time for me to do something like this. I have been well. There you go. You were catching up on Ruby. Alright, so we got a My Hero Academia person and we have a Ruby person. Both of which are adequate people. Didn't want to take away from your anime time. But I got bored. So, yeah, I'm doing this now. So, hopefully, we can actually make this one of those short ones and go back to whatever we were doing before I showed up. Have you heard about the MLP Friendship Forever? Yes, I have. I have heard of these things. I've had Astrom tell me about it a while back ago. Yeah. Hello. False Kingdom. I guess if you want. I was rereading 52. Alright. How could Mutant Jesus lose? Because apparently, Booster Gold has a shield that makes him so unbelievably broken that he's comparable to the higher-ups of the verse. Higher-ups of the verse that Cable could not fight against even if he tried. So, yeah. Out of all the analyses that are pretty clear-cut, it's because of his shield that makes it so Cable can't win because of that shield. And he can't do anything about it. So it's like, life in quarantine is just life in quarantine. It's exactly my life, except I need to wear a mask every now and then when I leave the house. Nothing has changed other than my claustrophobia now being more prevalent whenever I have to put a mask on. Cause any difficulties with your work? Other than distractions, since I'm at home all the time, not really. I got things to do, storyboarding-wise, to get to. But when I'm at home, I'm like, I'm at home. I get to lay around, do drawings, and play video games. But I also have to do work. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm apparently the fastest man alive when it comes to storyboarding processes, I would be afraid of my current predicament. But I'm not, because, again, I'm a really diligent worker when I actually do work. I'm on a particular schedule. You know, as long as they give me a deadline to keep up with, I'm perfectly capable of meeting that deadline. Speaking of deadlines, I'm getting back into Death Battle related fights and episodes this coming Monday. So yeah, and I promised, as I said, no more dabs into the fights, unless you like that type of thing. My thoughts on the fight was fine. I like Cable, and I didn't know much about Booster Gold, so I looked into him like a long time ago, and then he turned out to be weirdly one of my favorite DC characters. I only got introduced to the concept of Booster Gold and when Justice League Action came out, and I watched some of his episodes, and I just loved his personality. This goofball, yet very capable person character really resonated with me. So seeing him be in a battle when I first started, when I started to get into Rooster Teeth and stuff like that, was interesting. And I was shocked when I read the script and he won. I was like, oh my god, really? That shield is that strong? Neat. So I'm okay with it. Mainly because I actually like Booster. I just have the bare bones basic surgical mask stuff that you can just get. My mom sent me these since she unironically works at a clinic. YouTube didn't notify me about your stream for some reason. Got happy I was able to notify everyone on my Discord about it then. It's the first episode where I legit did not know one of the characters. Wow. That says a lot considering all the other episodes that you probably watch with a lot of other quote-unquote obscure characters. You're a hardworking man, bro. Thanks. I appreciate that. I do my best. Comic Drake probably liked that episode since Booster Gold is his favorite hero. I'm happy too. Hopefully he does not mind that I haven't had him dab in before he got crushed by cars. And that was like the the best moment to put that one there. And according to some other reviewers, they actually did like it for the fact that it was subtle, and they can actually see Booster doing something like that. So, yay, I'm actually exempt from criticism, at least on that front. The Flash of storyboards. More dabs. Okay, that's one guy. I've hearing about certain rumors about MLPG5. I don't care about rumors until I get a legitimate trailer. That's what I gotta say. I'm very surprised not a lot of people know about Booster Gold. Yeah, I'm up in the air about it. It's like there are some people that I'm shocked that they know, and other people that I'm okay. Yeah, he's not the type of guy that you would normally actively search for comics about. But I'm happy he got a resurgence. I've seen multiple videos talking about Booster Gold since really working on the episode, let alone thing. So, Hello, Mr. Universe. How are you today? I'm fine. Well enough. Dabs are important. Is your mom okay where she works? Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. I actually got through talking to her yesterday, and she's just looking for things to do, trying to keep her mind off of the situation. Since she's very religious, she already has her mindset about how life is going, so she's fine. She'd tell me if something's up. At least I hope she would. The only reason I know Booster Gold, Andrew, I know I said this on Discord, but I feel like the battle could have been more epic. Yeah, thanks for that. I worked with what I had, man. I worked with what I had. The script was very deliberate on certain things, and they weren't very. Also, here's the thing. I had an entire action sequence down for multiple segments of the fight, but I was not told that we were not going to be doing puppetry, like how Miles vs. Static. The reason why that was like so different in forms of the movement and style was because those were built from the ground up, rigged sprite models, and so I was able to. So they are, and I'm able to pull off things that regular ripped sprites from Mugen or something like that can't do and stuff. I was not given that information, so when I was making the boards, I was doing it with that mentality that these were built from the ground up and they could do these certain actions and posing. But after finding out that no, these are ripped from like the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and I think Booster is like a remodeled version of Cyclops, many of the scenes that I put in the boards can't be done. So they either cut it out or rephrased it into a different way. Would that have made it a little bit more epic? Probably not, because the changes are relatively minimal, mixed in with some things that I really wish could have made it. But in the end, yeah, it's primarily the script. I agree. There isn't much of a back and forth between the two. More like they have abilities, they're going to throw it at each other, and then they're going to counter it, that sort of thing, until it reaches the apex at the end there. But yeah, I did my best with what I had. I think Obi-Wan versus Kakashi is going to make up for that. I honestly believe that, because I saw a little bit of it, and my lord, out of all the fights that I've ever had to storyboard, I think this is the one that I am really happy I storyboarded. Because there is one moment in the fight that made me say, if I was not here, I wonder what they would have done differently with it. That's all I gotta say for right now. We're gonna talk about that when that episode actually comes out. It is turning out to be, the more times I watch it, the more it's turning out to be my favorite thing that I helped with. Man, those animators don't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh wait, Saber King, dude! I swear, I looked at your username. I'm like, Saber King. I know I've seen that name before, but here's the thing, Saber. I have a friend on Discord named Saber, and I have another person on Discord named King something. So I just kind of blended two together, and I did not. I'm happy you made it, man. Oh man, hopefully you're still here, because I'm kind of in chat right now. Welcome. Really happy. Also, again, unless I know it's gonna be like really subtle, I'm going to refrain from putting dabs in my fights. just gonna refrain from doing that because the reaction, because whenever a new whenever a new Death Battle comes out, I always scour for every single reaction channel to watch the episode because I'm interested in what they think about the choreography of the fight and stuff like that. And so whenever I see, especially the dab that Matt Champ did, there was more negative than positive. So I'm like, okay, maybe that was a little. Okay, yeah, that one is kind of in your face. It's literally impossible not to see it. So it's like, all right, control yourself. It's probably. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, hold up. Wait. Time out. Time out. Trash. I mean no disrespect when I say this, but the fuck. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Oh, great to have you here, Saber. Okay, Trash. Sent a super sticker earlier with the same amount. It seemed broken, but the same. Technically, be 100 joy. What is wrong with you? Yeah, Saber is a reviewer. He has a channel. Please. Oh man. Hold up. Is there a way for me to do that? Because I want to direct some people over to your channel, Saber. Because over here in my channel, they like me because I do a thing. He's a really good reviewer. He puts up the pros and the cons and he gives off his honest opinions. He's really excited for Obi-Wan versus Kakashi. I'm really can't wait for your reaction to it. Really can't wait for your review of that. Like out of all things, this is the main one that I can't wait for people to watch because one scene that I managed to put in, I'm like, guys, we have to do it like this. Doing it this way is so much better than in the script. Trust me. If you pull this off, this will be freaking epic. So I'm really happy they managed to do it. I cannot wait. Oh my god. And it's my favorite moment in the entire fight. And you'll know it. You'll see it. I promise you. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. At least I hope so. Maybe I'm hyping it up too much. But it's an epic moment for a particular character. Had to make up for lost time. Thanks, Trash. Thanks. I appreciate it. I always appreciate you. And this is why, and Trash, this is why on my Discord right now, you are not like an archangel. You're not, the archangels on my Discord channel are for the people who are most active and gets on multiple conversations with people that I notice on a regular basis. You are the Trash God. You're amongst the gods of me, Saber, and Goat at the moment. This is exactly why. Congratulations, you're proving your status worthy. I'll be singing your praises. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, because it is now it is like my favorite fight right now. It is like my favorite fight, and I'm almost entirely certain. Regardless on the winner, regardless of the winner, I think the actual back and forth between the two is my favorite that I've done so far. I just really wish I still had my boards on hand, but all my boards are on the other computer over at my job, and I cannot get to those thanks to this stupid pandemic. So, dang it. Jedi vs. Ninja honestly will be interesting. I actually have a trailer. Yeah, I've seen it. I've been watching your hype trailers, and I actually, and here's the thing, King. It's because of your hype trailer that I even knew there was a live action Obito vs. Kakashi thing. When I saw that in your hype trailer, I'm like, wait, they did that in live action? Then I looked that up, and that shit was awesome. And I'm like, Jesus. So yes, I'm well aware of those. We memed it up. Hell, even in the trailer, he says hello there. So we know how the people like our Obi-Wan. We got you. So I gotta get a godlike role in your server. Hey, you don't have to pay. It's just you go okay. It's kind of like what's it called? Oh man, my army vets are gonna kill me if I get this incorrect. It's darn it. Hold on. What it's called? I'm looking this up. How do I? How? All right. Basically, okay. If you go beyond the Call of Duty, you could say on my channel or on Discord or whatever, that's when you get a godlike status because you go out of your way to do something you don't need to do. Because when you're on my Discord channel, you're on my Discord channel. You're talking to people, and you're on my Discord channel. You're talking to people. That's always great. Interacting with the community is always amazing. But you don't have to give money to me. In fact, I strongly disencourage people from giving me money. But Trash is one of those people who constantly does that. And it's like, why? If I do not give this person God status, I am not a good person in my eyes. All right. You know who I'm rooting for and win. Yep. I know. Oh man, I'm just really happy. I'm really happy we were able to put it on May the 4th. It's good. So not only do we have May the 4th, we have a Obi-Wan versus Kakashi, a Star Wars based battle, with the final episode of the Clone Wars series that I'm have to get to watching right after all this is said and done. So all in all, this is just, stars are aligning to a perfect degree. It would just suck if something happened in the battle and nothing really turned out really okay. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. It's like, my lord, this fight. Should finish that thing. Then, well, so I'm trying my best not to say more than I'm supposed to. Because just like how you Saber, you weren't trying to say something in on your channel when talking about what apparently some people have told you or at the company. I'm doing my best too. I fucking suck at it. It's gonna be a kick-ass Monday. All right, back to work. Restore during the pandemic. Rip. All right, later. Oh. And but Trash, I know you're probably gone. But with the money that you gave me, I could do like 10 more girls in the anime thing that I'm doing, and that's, man, even yeah 10 more girls, and that's like, Jesus. It's over, Kakashi. I have the higher ground. The high ground will be got in the fight. Man, oh man, there's a lot of things we do in that fight, and I'm really happy I was able to encapsulate both characters. I use that word incorrectly, but screw it. I'll do my best to keep the best info coming to myself. Yeah. Hey, Rose Lips. Hello there. And here's the thing. What's funny is it's been a while. It's been a while since I've watched like the original trilogy, and I watched the original trilogy I think a few months ago, and you don't know how shocked I was to find out that when Luke met Obi-Wan for the first time, he does say hello there, and I'm like, as a guy who remembers the prequels for all the wrong reasons and the right reasons at the same time, I honestly thought that was a prequel thing for the longest time. Until I finally rewatched. I was like, oh no, he always says that. Oh, that's neat. So that's me. That's my slow ass. So that just made me love Kenobi even more, because that's like his actual thing. If you can make 10 more girls, then I suggestion for one. And I'm not drawing a giant space woman, man. It would be great, friendly. She mad? Yeah. Oh no. Like I can make a top 10 list of all the fights in Death Battle, but that would just end up with the two actually just becoming friends and leaving. All Might versus Might Guy being the quintessential one, because there's a reason why we started them off with an arm wrestling contest. They're just too friendly to try to kill each other outright. It's a very nice Jedi. Like, hello there. Do you know about anime characters can beat or be on par with 100% Deku? Well, to be on par with 100% Deku, I'd say someone like Rock Lee would make sense. Rock Lee versus 100% Deku would be more appropriate than it sounds, considering that I think on Jump, I do believe Lee beats Deku in his like 10% state and onward. I think he would have to go 50% to match base Lee. I think I'm probably wanking Lee a little bit too much, but once Lee goes 5th gate, if he goes 3rd gate, I think he would have to go all out from jump on that point. So the concept would be, hey, these two have abilities that pretty much break their body the more they use it, kind of thing. That would be an interesting fight in my book, but I think Lee has it due to the whole kicking meteor feat. But that's the best one I can come up with. What's the height of stupidity? Ken Sobe, I have to tell you. Please, no My Hero Academia spoilers. Haven't seen season 4. We're mainly just talking about if Deku does 100% like how he does 100% back in the old days. We're not talking like anything other than his max output, who can match that max output that we know he's shown to be doing with multiple parts of his body. Obi-Wan, I have the high ground. Kakashi, I have a Susanoo. I'm not saying anything about that. Luffy... Obi-Wan gains the high ground. Kakashi goes into the Susanoo, thus being taller than Obi-Wan, thus making Kakashi have the high ground. Luffy versus Deku is a really ass fight. What's your opinion towards that? Considering that, okay, it's the simple fact that Luffy has no real downside to his most powerful abilities, while Deku kind of does still, technically, at this point. There are some spoilers, but talking out without spoilers, from what we can just glean from season 4 and not in the manga, and you know some things that he has in the manga. Just doing that, just going off that, Luffy dominates most of the time. I think Deku versus Gon was a good matchup for a long time. If you discredit some of Gon's, other abilities, and one particular that we can just throw out there that he has. But I get that a lot more, considering the 1 minute melee really make me want to like that fight idea. How many death battles do you think will end up with 2 characters wanting to kill one another? How many death battles do you think will end up with 2 characters wanting to kill one another? Like if they wanted to from jump? Like, almost all of them. Unless we're using 2 very friendly characters like All Might versus Might Guy. Obi-Wan, I have the high ground. Kakashi, I have a Susanoo. I have popcorn. Who should Luffy fight? I don't know, to say the absolute truth. It would probably have to be someone from the big 3, or maybe even a new big 3. I don't know much about Asta, but I see that Asta's progressed in a power that's pretty impressive, I think. But I don't know anything about Asta. But it has to be like someone from the new big 3. Yeah. I think Plastic Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Rubber Band Man were like people Luffy should fight, but their stretching abilities work way differently than Luffy's. That's all I really have to say about those matchups. You know what? I got a good idea who can fight Deku. Kim Possible. Stop with that inside joke. I can stand by myself wanting Deku versus Rock Lee fight. Okay. I've heard Luffy versus Captain Marvelous. Hold on. See more Asta versus Meliodas. Asta versus Meliodas. That makes more sense, to tell you the truth. Yeah, it does. How would Asta full counter? Weirdly enough. I'd say wait until One Piece. Bandman from Static Shock. No. Other side, should Luffy be in a death battle? He's still evolving. We put Zoro, Ace. Well, Ace, we know how Ace is in the series, so Ace kind of makes sense. But we put Zoro in there. I don't see why we can't put another character. Like, again, if we had to wait for characters to finish, quote unquote, evolving and and progressing in their story, we could probably never use any character, period, because there will always be a continuation of some sort on some regard to a character that we can use. One Piece being the main deal. It's like if we had to wait for everyone to stop evolving in One Piece, we would never use a One Piece character ever again, because that show is not ending anytime soon. So right now, it's like people are saying that after Zoro versus Urza, and then Urza did that meteor feat, people are saying Urza can now beat Zoro. But then you have the argument of, well, Zoro has yet to actually fully progress in his swordsman training. So for all we know, Zoro is about to do something far more impressive than anything that any of the fairy tale characters can do. Considering that we are on Wano, and someone like Kaido just curb stomps every single thing that a fairy tale character has done, in my opinion. Then we have King. We have a whole bunch of other people that Zoro can actually match those type of progressions with. So it's all up in the air. We get it. People evolve, but when we want to use them because it's been highly requested, we're gonna do it at that point in time. And then later, if we find something, want to do something, then we do that. Because I wanted Whitebeard versus Escanor only because we got two burly badasses, one with one of the most powerful devil fruits in the series versus one of the most powerful characters in Seven Deadly Sins, and the most badass. Also saw that the newest One Piece movie, and now there's a meteor like Urza in the fairy tale movie. It's like they watch each other, and it's like, oh, you think you can top me with that? We're not gonna let Death Battle have him lose to you next time. It's too bad that whatever happens in the My Hero Academia movie, it's not going to be a relative in the series, since they're, for some reason, can't interfere with the series continuity. So everything is reverted back to zero. That makes sense. But since Death Battle is now doing this thing where we're looking at whatever source, and as long as it doesn't contradict anything that has been pre-established or isn't out of the realms of possibility of the character to be able to do, aka Tatsumaki pulling a meteor from the sky, that's quote-unquote not canon and filler, but we've proven that she has the capability of doing that thanks to other feats she has showcased. So if something in the movie happens, for Death Battle at least, if something in the movie happens and it's very impressive, and as long as we can back it up with something that's actually canon, then we can probably still use it. But the transformations of certain characters that occur in that movie, that I think you know what I'm talking about, particularly at the end, yeah, that we can't really use that. Never heard of her before. That's just how anime movies work. But the phrase "let's end this debate once and for all" doesn't make sense, dude. When they say "let's end this debate once and for all," you do know that's just like a saying, because that has been contradicted ever since the first rematch that Death Battle has ever done. Period. Regardless of the outcome being the same, if it's once and for all, you don't have to do it again, regardless if it's the exact same outcome. So it's just a saying. I think even Ben went on record in a Death Battle cast saying we are not the above all be all. We're trying to make a show, and saying something like, well, let's do this debate, and if something gets contradicted down the line, then we might do it again probably. Would not roll off the tongue as much, don't you think? Like, imagine if DBZ movies were canon. Would be ridiculous. Definitely would, considering that the power scaling would be all over the goddamn place. Versus Whitebeard annoys the crap. Whitebeard annoys the crap out of me. I don't know why he does. Why does Whitebeard annoy you? Hello, people in top awesome. Hello. Jack Sparrow versus Goldie Roger. Look, I don't know what Goldie Roger can do, but considering that he was king of the pirates, he's probably gonna destroy Jack. Zoro's gonna be cutting planets at the end of One Piece. Watch. A moon at the very least, but a planet, I can see it too. Honestly, I see Boomstick calling Escanor Mr. Pringles. I can see that too. Let's end this debate once and for all. Let's end this debate for now. I want Superhand to be a thing. Superhand must be a thing. That was really good improv. Like a really good, just out of nowhere joke baiting. because he doesn't even have a beard with. All right, well that's a personal problem you're gonna have to deal with, man. Whitebeard versus Santa Claus. That's gonna be an epic fight, considering that Santa Claus is like multiversal. Apparently, hold on. Yeah. Santa Claus. Hold on. Yeah, Santa Claus is like almost a galaxy buster. Yeah, it'll be a fight. No, don't tell me. No, this guy can destroy everything. No, don't tell me you're gonna look that. Yes. But he actually has a black beard, doesn't he? Wow, you are very picky. I see. You are just a very picky penguin. Oh yeah, no. We are living in Santa Claus's society, and he's just allowing us to survive. That's all that's happening right now. You can choose not to believe in him. It's not gonna stop him from blowing up the planet when he feels like it. But all in all, so I like how I started this stream, but we haven't really talked about anything other than how could Booster Gold beat Newton Jesus. What is stream icon? Flaming hair with lightning. Stream icon have flaming hair with lightning? You mean Mr. Universe, my avatar character? He just has a universe in his hair. And he's riding on a comet because he's angry about something. I don't know. The beer finish. Tim Allen got some powers genes. Yes. Now Blackbeard from Assassin's Creed 4. Now that's a Blackbeard I can get behind. Sure. All right. Sent a super sticker earlier with the same amount. Scenes broken, but this may technically be 100. Enjoy it, my dude. Oh my God. I still can't believe you gave me $100 trash. I know you're not here, but Jesus Christ, why did you do that? Stop. Like I never understand people with money. Like, how do you just do that to a random person like me? I'm not even special. I literally draw female characters for like $5 a girl. I'm not special. Very pathetic. About what you want to talk? Cable has some OP powers, yeah. It's just not OP enough to get behind the shield. The overall fight... Wait, okay. If there's anything I have to say that I added to the fight, like board-wise, where I really went off script, wasn't really much of anything, actually. Everything was pretty much on script. The only things that weren't on script were the things that got cut out due to it not being puppetry. But everything's pretty straightforward, how the script was supposed to delegate the thing. Yeah, pretty much everything was exactly what the script intended. So yeah, not much to really talk about, to tell you the truth, yeah. I don't know until DB, Cable versus Cyclops and Gene's son. Yeah. Asta Black Clover versus Black Star, Soul Eater. I don't know, again, I don't know how strong Asta is, so I cannot make an honest decision with any type of, like, evidence or base facts off of. Okay, why exactly is Rick so powerful? I have not watched all of Rick and Morty, so I need to know what is stopping Bill from snapping his fingers and rearranging all of Rick's pores and orifices in different parts of his body, and then suffocating because he doesn't know how to breathe anymore. Like, I'm not dogging on Rick. He's probably like omniversal or some shit. I need to actually know, because I don't know where this mentality that he is just this above level being, mostly because I have not watched all of Rick and Morty. Movies, valuable information like that. All right. Who would you put up against? How about Raven? Raven? Like Teen Titans Raven? I don't know. When did I get a when did I get a Discord? Like a long time ago. Like, how long did I have my Discord open? Like, I had my Discord open for a long period of time. It's not until like maybe a few months ago or something like that, I don't remember how long, that I actually started being active on it. But as for Raven, I don't know. The Raven versus Twilight thing was fine, and people say they want Raven versus Jean Grey, but they don't know how powerful Jean actually is if they're asking for that fight. So I have no clue. Rick versus Doc Brown. See, that's a better fight, mostly because, well, they're both humans with good technology, but other than the DeLorean, I don't see Doc really doing anything in a fight. He's like Saitama. People think he can do anything. I'd say he can probably do anything with prep time, and he knows what he's up against because he's able to really think on his feet. I can give him that much. But if you're just gonna throw Rick at Bill, I don't think Rick will be able to do anything from that point. Rick versus Dr. Hughes seems like a good fight, considering that they both have abilities and fucking equipment that apparently is omniversal, so, or at least universal, so that's a good fight. One of Rick's quotes is, "If there's a god, it's me." Well, that's a good quote. It's too bad it has no actual basis behind it. I just joined your Discord, bro, but use my old name and my Shaggy avatar. Welcome to okay. I like how so far, whenever I do these live streams, I get some new people to show up. Happy to have you on. Happy to have you here. Hopefully, people are nice. And hopefully I don't show my horrible side to myself. And that is the side that I am very talkative when it comes to death battle related things. But yeah, welcome. I do my best to keep work and whatever it is I'm doing off the grid. As much as possible. I fail sometimes, definitely most times, but I do my best. Let's see here. Okay. Beerus versus Jean Grey. I don't think Jean is that strong. Is she? Look, I just know she's like, I thought she was like multi-solar system at best, but Beerus is casually universal, so probably not. Right time. Oh, Rick Sanchez versus Batman 1 year prep time. That's actually not bad, but I don't know how Rick can counter the final bat suit. Because if you give Batman a year, he'll find a way to get that bat suit, even if it's not quote unquote canon to his verse. You saw the recent Mighty Raccoon video? I have not. I don't even know what Mighty Raccoon is. Wave Rider needs Death Battle one day. There's not really enough information on Comic Jinx. She's like nothing. She only really actually becomes a character in cartoon. Oh, that's all good, man. All right. I joined your Discord. Jesus. Okay. So we have Jedi Bender, Captain Jerk, and 8 Force. Welcome to the club. what my rules are is go to a particular channel, and whatever that channel is supposed to be talking about, talk about it on that channel. Be nice, unless you can't help yourself. And how my criteria works for roles is that if you go beyond a Call of Duty, do something that I don't expect you to actually do, and I find it really endearing, you become a god of my server. Gods, I'm still dedicating what gods are actually supposed to do. I think they're like moderators, if I'm really going into it. Gods are moderators. Archangels just have the role. I'm still debating on whether or not I should give them a very specific thing to that role. And to become an archangel, just interact with people. Just say something, get into a conversation once or twice, and then I will make you an archangel. Oh my god. Any issues with this death battle? Like Cable versus Booster Gold issues or Kakashi versus Obi-Wan issues? Because I can only talk about... Oh, DJ, you're here! Congratulations! It's always great to see people that I know show up to these, and then I can say hey and be happier today, because happiness is always fleeting for a guy like me. Anyway, Rick can stop time forever. Yeah, with a device, but some of the people he can fight actually are immune to time stop, so who cares? Like Bill, for instance, is immune to time stop, so... Beerus versus Arceus. I don't know how strong Arceus is, but I'm pretty sure he's not multiversal. I want a full-on Batman versus Iron Man rematch. Oh, that's something. Say hi for Brazil. Hi, Brazil. I'm running out of things to say. That means we're nearing the end of my stream. That's good. Keep on that. Different people. I'm sorry, but I kind of want to get back to my... Yeah, no. I don't let me stop you from whatever you're doing. Okay, that's another thing. Welcome to Do You Want to Be a Universe? I inject depression sometimes, and I'm trying to cut back from it. I've talked to many people, and I'm getting over it. I just move rooms in AIT. You see, it broke me a bit. I'm happy you're back, at least in enough pieces to be considered yourself, DJ. How about Medic TF2 versus Edward Richford Nazi Zombies? I don't know Nazi zombies, so... Rick versus Bill is Deadpool versus The Mask 2. Both can break the fourth wall, and it's a stomp. Always stay happy. Bro, Arceus can kill Dialga and Dialga is in the incarnation of Dialga, and Dialga is the incarnation of time. And Beerus is compared to Late Tournament of Power. A Late Tournament of Power has a character named Jiren. Jiren can get out of a time stopping vortex, whatever the deduction thing from hit, making it so that Beerus can probably pull off the same thing if he tries hard enough. So who cares? What's your favorite volume of Ruben? My favorite volume of Ruben will forever be Volume 3 until they somehow top it, which I highly doubt nowadays. That's not a jab at the writers. That's just saying how Volume 3 is just that good. I got stress fracture on my pubic bone and level 3 stress on my hips. Jesus Christ. In a crowd couch potato. I hope you're getting diesel though. Depression? I'll take your entire stock. I don't care if it was Arceus. I'm calling it Arceus. And Arceus. And whatever is in my head to say at that point. Who cares? I was wondering before I joined why you didn't make a separate video where you talk about your Discord server. I didn't, did I? Because I think I didn't. No, I just put the link to the I did just put my link to the Discord on the community tab and just waited. I might do that later. Because right now I'm waiting for Cammy to get done with the latest episode of Glitch Tale. When she does that, I'll do a double reaction of the new Glitch Tale episode and this new Gilded Guy animation that I'm holding off for a little bit. And then as a third video, I'll make a video about my Discord. Because I'm not doing reactions anymore. I don't think you've noticed at that point. I'm fully dedicated to my art and Rooster Teeth at this point. But I do make exceptions for those things. So I might do that later down the line. Arceus has created everything. And Beerus destroys everything. So I don't really see how that's a thing. You think? Match the question. God versus... other than... For the question. Like, for whom, again? It's been a bit. Who are we talking about for your character? But look at it this way. Arceus is universal, since he created a universe. And even then, that's really sketchy for how exactly he created the universe, because there have been some theories that the unknown were a part of it, meaning that he had outside help in a quote-unquote way. He also can get captured by man-made objects and be disgruntled from very man-made objects and had to get saved by a 10-year-old kid. So that's not really all that great. Just throwing it out there. Beerus, on the other hand, can tap a table and blow up a planet easily. And he fought Goku with 3 punches and nearly destroyed the entirety of the universe, and he was only using like not even most of his strength. So when you get to the actual deduction of the matter, it doesn't matter if you give a universal character this universal thing. Beerus is clearly multiversal casually. So, between wall and building level. It still pisses me off, just brute strength your way, just time stop like that. Yeah, it pisses everyone off, but we just got to deal with it. It's Dragon Ball. I mean, I have the stress fracture for about 4 weeks now. Jeez. All right, now it's like that's just putting a damper on my mood. I really hope you get better. Probably heal. That's good. A llama god versus a cat god. Danny Phantom versus Jake Long. Why do people want that fight exactly? It's like, you do know Jake is a dragon and Danny is a ghost, right? Don't you think that maybe the power set is a little too outlandish to the point where it's like, because I've been wanting fucking Juniper Lee in a death battle for a long time. I think either Danny or Jake is actually a way better pick than each other. Just throwing it out there. So A4 is not to put a damper, on your suggestion there, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Let's think about the logic. Deku and Kenpaso. Makes sense. No, it does not. Basically the exact same power level. No, not at all. Isaiah has never caught up by a 10-year-old. The Gen 4 Pro tag is actually 13. Whoa! You got me there. You got caught by a 13-year-old. My bad. So basically what you're telling me is Ash is actually way better than all the other protagonists in the games, since he's able to do most of these things as a 10-year-old while everyone else was either 3 or a year older than him. I knew Ash was way better. Screw everyone else. He has a whole less of a year than you guys, and he's doing great. Do all attacks the other, toss at him, guess. Because of the plate. We're tossing at him. Again, you are severely underestimating just how powerful Beerus is if you're still arguing with me with Arceus. I get it, he's strong, but he's not stronger than Beerus. You cannot tell me that he's stronger than Beerus. Yes, Juniper Lee should be in death battle. He should be. Danny Phantom versus Gengar? That's a good one, actually. Weirdly enough. Wonder Wheel. here I am. I think of Cable fighting Terminator in DBX. That would actually be a good DBX. I could see that. Probably. Probably is happening this season. You say whatever, think whatever you want, man. Trust me, man. I would not, because that has been something in the office that we've been talking about. Is like we've been getting that request for a long time, and then I asked, why haven't we done that request? And it's just that we can't find a way to make the battle make sense enough for a particular character, whoever the winner could be, to survive. So. Applejack versus Sandy Cheeks. That's actually a pretty good fight. SpongeBob character in. Ash Ketchum should enter in that battle and should win. He should, actually. Because, look, I'm not saying Ash would have won, but he would have been a better choice to use in in Charizard versus Agumon. Because when Tai runs up and punches Red couldn't do anything. Because Red is a kid who has never experienced strife in his life, apparently, ever, and was able to get his ass handed to him by another 10-year-old. I don't know how old Tai is, so don't quote me on that. By another kid around his age. But Ash has been shown to be able to chuck logs, jump high distances, and tank fucking solar beams and hyper beams like nothing. Tai would run over to him, punch Ash in the face. He would just stand there and seismic kick him over into a mountain. I'm not saying he would win, but I'm just saying it would have been a way better choice than Red. Applejack versus Sandy Cheeks sounds kind of like a racist death battle. What? How is that racist? Are you okay? Go over 12 guys. 14. All right, cool. Lost track since. King Boo versus Marshmallow Man. Okay. Who can fight Lugia in that battle? I don't know. Another flying bird chicken that controls water. I don't know. It was a community battle, and they are a very big thing. Yes. Community death battles. Okay, cool. What do you mean? The only similarities they have is that their country. That's not even remotely correct at all. You forget that they both have very distinct fighting styles amongst the group. They're also the physically strongest versions of people in their respective shows. They both are really good with the use really good at using lassos, and above all else, they do have a power set that are fairly equal to one another if you don't give a certain sun pony an element of harmony. So no, you're the racist one. See, as they say, a racist mind is a racist kind. The only reason why it's racist is because you believe it's racist. Dexter's Laboratory versus Jimmy Neutron. That's always been a highly requested fight as well. Depends on how much prep time we can give them, because those are the only characters that we actually would legitimately have to give prep time to. If we just have Dexter and Jimmy meet each other just like that, what the hell would they do? They would have to run to their houses to get something that would be able to beat the other. Unless we count the fact that Jimmy usually keeps his shrink ray around, and in that case, it's GG for Dexter. Ash versus Scott Pilgrim. Ash alone is mountain. Hey, Digimon. Jimmy is OP. Jimmy is like a very hard character to put up against. Here's a hard one. Who can beat Ben 10 if he could switch it? No, it's gonna be very hard. Apparently, Green Lantern. Who's a good opponent for Season? He's long since outclassed Star, so that should be a stomp. Outclassed Star, he says. Okay. I don't know. That battle of the broken characters, Melt versus Kirito. I have joined your Discord and I have never done such thing. Welcome. Sandy has some insane feats, like city level. We're talking city level. She can also lasso you, pull you in and cause you to explode. And she has no dynamite on her, so that is a power. There you go. Because Applejack has magic by her side. Not only, it's like, I do believe Applejack has it, but it is an actual, I can see why people would want that fight other than the fact that they're both country. Shanji versus Blaziken or Rock Lee. Blaziken or Rock Lee, who would say makes the most sense for Beerus? Beerus versus Bill Cipher? That's one that has been on like the Versus wiki. The thing is that if I'm power scaling Bill, he ain't shit, but I don't know what they would find for Bill if that's the case. What fighting style does Applejack have? Bucking? Brute force. Brute force bucking style. I forgot that the one who has a distinct quote-unquote fighting style would be Rainbow Dash, and I get the two confused sometimes. Sorry. I'm gonna probably put up more of a fight than Star, mostly because he has a decent arsenal and a lot of fighting experience, but Steven should stomp hard. And actually, we went back and forth on my Discord, and I think it was with Infinite, or was it someone else, about Steven versus Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10. And we came to the conclusion that Gwen would probably win, but it would be a hard-fought battle. And I don't know if he still has the stance of it still being a hard-fought battle, but I think the similarity between the two of them fighting each other makes a lot more sense than most other fights that I've seen. Oh, by the way, I walk around with crutches, and everyone calls me Tink Tink. Oh my god, stop it with all this depressing nonsense. I ain't here for you for a long time, and I'm getting nothing but depressing. So with Stars stomped and Finn unfair, who's a good opponent for Steven? I've already. Was that before or after Future? It was after Future. It was definitely after Future. Would you give Applejack to Geo from Equestria Girls? Probably not, because she doesn't have it on her person naturally, so it'd be kind of weird giving it to her. Applejack kicked a huge boulder. That's a feat. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's casual, by the way. She did not feel winded whatsoever. She just did it. Dexter can summon his robot, which he has done. Even if he does that, Jimmy can just shrink it. Done. Apple Geek would kick my ass. Don't even joke like that. That was fine a few years ago, but Star is outclassed in literally everything except weapon potential. We went through that. I'm talking about Gwen here. What do you mean? It's mad funny though. That's my pessimism talking. I'm sorry, DJ. Jason Voorhees versus Mike Myers for October. Jason would destroy Mike Myers. Mike Myers. Yes, he would still beat Mike Myers, but Michael Myers, no. Like, Jason literally has powers. Like, legit. He actually has supernatural abilities. Michael Myers is literally a dude that's just very hard to kill. That's longer than Star against Steven on skill alone. Applejack can kick a wall down and a tree and various other things. Oh, it's probably sorry. Oh no, it's fine. It's very hard to keep track of the conversations going on in chat and the conversations that we're having in person. So that's actually my bad. It's so weird though being here shielded from COVID outside mostly. Yeah, that. Jeez. Jason versus Slenderman. A better fight. I don't know many feats that Slenderman has. I think he's due to creepypastas, since those are canon to his story. He's around building level, so I'd say he has mainly the strength advantage because Jason is like wall level, I think. But yeah, I think Slenderman's got it. I think he has him on shield. The fact he can well, they both can teleport. Actually, I almost forgot. Yeah, Jason can teleport. So they both are teleporting hard to kill dudes. It's actually not a bad fight, now that I'm really thinking about it. How dare you make that an actual good fight? Jimmy Hoxton actually wins in durability several times. Ayano is a fragile as hell. Thanks to COVID-19, more people are using VR chat. Thanks to COVID-19, I feel as though that I'm wasting my life sitting in my room all day. COVID-19 versus Purple Haze. Considering that Purple Haze can literally kill you within, like, minutes, while COVID is like a slow burn kind of thing, I think Purple Haze destroys. Dude. One-shot. Nah, dude. No, I would not one-shot. Apple Geek has already gained a power buff after I made my top 10 favorite MLP characters list and put Applejack on the bottom tier. He got like Super Saiyan 19 when he heard about that. All right, no, I can't fight that. I'm barely Kaioken. I can't fight that. Jesus is real in Marvel. Jesus versus Goku. Considering Jesus can barely handle a few I'm joking. Goku would win, but Jesus would just come back 3 days later. But at that point, he would already take the loss, so it doesn't matter. Dan Mandel versus Eric Cartman. Arbiter, Halo versus Predator. I think the Arbiter has it if we're not using the latest Predator incarnation. Hey, I was sitting down. Nothing. It's more sad. Naruto versus end of DB Classic Goku. Like Dragon Ball Goku? Naruto would beat Dragon Ball Goku because Dragon Ball Goku, while he can promptly be measured up to Roshi, who is a Moonbuster at that point, because that's fucking stupid. Naruto just has way more abilities to counter, and that Goku is not as fast as this Naruto. Naruto is light speed, while that Goku is a lightning timer. And while their AP, if we're comparing them to Roshi, is around the same, Naruto has way more versatile moves and even a better skill set to take on small Goku at that point. But from like, I think end of Saiyan Saga onward, there is no chance that Naruto could win. Applejack would still win, I know it. Kid Goku era versus Aang. Kid Goku from RRA, Red Ribbon Army era versus Aang. I'll be a fight, but I still think Goku probably has it. Xenomorph versus Stitch. Stitch would destroy a Xenomorph and eat it for fun. And man, Dan versus Eric Cartman, South Park. Yeah, I know the two. I'm not giving an answer. I just don't know. Han Solo versus Shrek. Shrek would body Han. Tommy Oliver versus Kamen Rider. I like how this is what all the fucking streams always amount to. Just me giving my opinion on fucking death battles that you had ideas. Throw this at death battle, not at me. I'm not the above all be all. Out of curiosity, was Cyborg from Teen Titans one of the choices for Cable's opponent? I believe so a while back, until we found out that he is way more powerful than Teen Titans let him out to be. I can't speak for everyone, because there's always a rogues gallery for every single person versus everyone. And I know that was definitely on the Bunsen burner. I remember Genos being the guy who was supposed to fight Cyborg, actually. Death battle removes morals. Is anything stopping Aang from suffocating Kid Goku before he gets in range? While they do take away morals, they like to keep the characters intact. They take away the moral of killing. They do not change the character to utilize their abilities to the absolute fatal level, if you know what I mean. Because just like how in Edward versus Aang. Aang could have just done that to Edward, but they don't do that. They keep their personalities in check in what they would do in the battle context, but they take away their pacifistic nature to not take a life. So that's what that means. So in the end, no. Goku would still have a wide chance to beat Aang before even resorting to something like that. The Avatar State is the only thing that would... the Avatar State would be the only thing that would give Kid Goku a hard time. Fleshy, blackmail him, threatening to destroy it. He'll forfeit. Do you know Apple Geek is light speed? I'm barely a lightning timer. He'll just save her before I be able to do anything. DBX idea. Cyber versus War Machine. Not bad. What about Genos versus Frankie? Not bad. Frankie would win, though. Juggernaut versus Doomsday. That's been a widely requested one. Who's the top pick for Steven right now? Black Star, Gwen, Finn, Star. We on our Slack channel that we just kind of just throw out battle ideas. It's Star and Gwen, really. Those are the only two I've been seeing most of the time. Just slap Apple Geek with your fro. Nah, man. He has way too much durability for my fro to do anything to him. Anything interesting you like about the production process? Storyboarding. Sailor Neptune versus Lapis Lazuli. Sailor Neptune drowns Lapis somehow. Doomsday would stomp on Juggernaut. I'm not sure about that. These proportionate fight size broken. Let's go dimensional wall. Did you know that Juggernaut once amplified his size and broke down mystical dimensional walls with his pure strength? I'm not saying Doomsday can't probably do something like that, but holy shit. Ash and Pikachu versus Nate and Jabanian. Juggernaut versus Broly. Interesting. I think Broly would destroy, though. Shadow the Hedgehog versus Base from Mega Man. I don't know how powerful Base is, and I don't know which Shadow we're using. So I can't really give an accurate answer. John versus Prep Time. Give him Prep Time. He beats me 10 times over. Superman versus... Because I'm just going to lay around all day. That's what I do with my prep time. How would you interpret Man? I don't know. Maybe Lucy. You have your summons in Apple Geek fight. I might be too lazy to do it. Doomsday versus 682. No. As much as I would love us to be able to put fucking SCPs in Death Battle, 682 is just too fucking broken. What's so bad about Doomsday? Nothing's bad about Doomsday. Doomsday's pretty cool. I just don't think he measure up to what I just saw on Juggernaut's page. Man Knight versus Riku. Riku definitely. Well, then again, actually, no, thinking about it, that's actually a lot harder than I'm actually making it out to be. So many people are joining Discord. I can see that, and it's amazing. Why is this happening? Oh, DJ, you did it. Great. Awesome. How many people... 22, 32, 7, 8, 39. We're almost at 40 people. Not including myself. Holy shit. Huh. Riku versus Dark Pit, then Riku destroys. Because regular Pit can barely beat Sora. 2 months of content from various platforms. It's quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff past week. Yeah. I mean, from where I find out, which it should be, I wanted Hulk to win. I bet a lot of people wanted Hulk to win. I'm pretty sure New Hulk could probably beat him, like the current iteration of Hulk. Here's Xana. Welcome to the party, everyone who's joining Discord for some reason. Kirito versus Ulrich. Kirito would destroy Ulrich because he's Kirito. No, John. About Doomsday. Okay. See, again, text conversations in chat with what I'm talking about now, I just respond to anything that I feel like is addressed to me. My bad. Dark Pit versus Meta Knight. That's a fight, but Meta Knight probably wins. I wanted Hulk to win against Doomsday. So you hate Doomsday only beat Hulk. Copy your fro across the battlefield and suffocate Applegeek. That's a lot harder than it sounds. Jimmy Olsen versus Mary Jane. Interesting battle idea. I just love the Hulk so much. Not to mention the anime that's finished and started. That's always good. Wario versus Thanos. Mary Jane win. Jimmy's really stupid. System Shock. Oh, I have no clue then. I know Xana, obviously, from Code Lyoko, one of my favorite shows of all time, but I don't know what the fuck Shodan can do, whatever his name is. Link versus Finn. Link would destroy. Well, not destroy. I think I'm giving Link not too much credit, but Link has way better arsenal compared to what Finn can pull off. Pokemon Battle Royale 2, Hoenn starters. I don't think I would definitely like us to do a Battle Royale with all 3 starters over and over again because they all have different stats, different personalities, different reasons to do their things, and different feats to pull off from different things. So it's very possible that the rock paper scissors thing can go alter change in multiple different ways. So we'll see what happens. But considering how hard it is apparently to do, we'll see what happens. Is Zipper Pines having a chance of appearing? Probably not, considering that he's a kid who doesn't have many feats at all. Dude, it's just a personal thing. Cypher versus Electro from Marvel. Okay, I'm actually on the side of people who don't want characters with the exact same like powers to fight each other in death battle. While I get it, it's just not fun to really watch. Something like Kakashi versus Obi-Wan makes sense because now you have a ninja. You have a ninja with ninja magic versus a space wizard with space wizard magic. That's great, and their movesets are completely different from one another, making the fight more interesting that way. But when you have 2 ice guys and 2 electric guys and 2 plant people, it's like it's just not okay. Cool, we get it. They both control the same element, but fighting wise, it's just they're immune to each other's attacks, so they just nah. I'm gonna head out, bro. I was happy to be here, and now your Discord. I'll definitely be on your stream later, man. No problem. I hope again. I'm almost positive it's gonna have a positive reaction. I guess it's gonna be great. See you later, Saber. I want Twilight to win. I'm pretty sure if they fought now, yeah, I'm pretty sure Twilight has a better chance of winning. Battletoads Battle Royale. Has outsmarted his nemesis Darkseid multiple times. Both Spider-Man and Batman. Oh, definitely. Why not recreate all those battles they did in Marvel vs. DC crossover comics and see who would really win? No, not that kind of person. Who would you put Korra and Aang up against in their avatar state? I don't know. I will say that Aang versus Luke and Aang versus Edward was like, Aang's just gonna win from jump. Or was it? I forget. Was it Luke or was it Harry that was gonna put him in up against? Mewtwo. I'm just joking because I'm saying Hulk. Pokemon Hoenn Battle Royale should be 3D. Ooh. But you did before like Gray versus SDF stuff. But you did these before like Gray versus SDF sub versus Glacius, and especially Ace versus Natsu. Who are you directing that toward? I don't know who you're talking to. Hopefully it's not me because I did not ask for those or want those in the slightest. So hopefully when you put that, you're directing it over to the people who decide the matches. I just worked there. I have no input on whether or not they're going to do particular battles. And if I did, you would not have those battles. Now, would you? Because of what I just said. It's a rogue guy from System Shock. Her best feats is from the second game, where she defeats an AI built to stop her and obtains something capable of rewriting reality. Well, okay, I don't know then. Oh yeah, I finally started and finished a short story. That's good. Aquaman versus Black Panther. I don't know. I'm hoping to keep the ball rolling. That's good. Marvel versus DC Battle Royale. That would be the dumbest thing we'd ever consider to do ever in the history of a company. Aquaman, because I tend to laze around long stories. Good luck with mine. I laze around with my own damn story. Alright, CDB do Raiden and versus Zeus, God of War. Huh. Yeah, no, not that. Raiden would get destroyed. I thought about same element matchups. Oh, I thought about same element matchups. Oh. Batman's my fave superhero. Superman is my second. Since Spider-Man is my favorite. Spider-Man beat Batman. Should I hate Spider-Man now? Probably. So I hope that doing short stories will help me in knowing to write rather than doing unnecessary planning. Not at all. Black Manta versus Killmonger. Not bad. I don't know, since I barely know either, but good matchup. I know they're around the same ballpark in power. That's as much as I know from the things I do know them from. I just don't know their comic-like feats. Raymond Guy versus Cthulhu. Black Manta destroys Killmonger. How powerful is Raiden? Raiden is around maybe large building level, and if I really want to overhype his abilities, he's probably city level. Maybe, possibly, kind of, not really. While Zeus beat Kronos and many of the Titans by himself, and considering that it is a weapon in his arsenal, he would have the Blade of Olympus, which casually wiped out an entire city with one casual swipe. So no, it would just be Thor versus, it would be He-Man versus, was it Thor? It would just be Thor versus Raiden all over again. It's just a really widely outclassed match. The problem is rally warping and direct space and RVP protocol are pretty useless. Man, if I can only fist right. Has defeated the other element. Style hacking. Connections between Raiden and Zeus is that they're both thunder gods and with god-like abilities and stuff. Yeah, that's it. Except with the power output being way different from one another. I don't think we're ever going to do that. I think after putting Raiden up against Thor and realizing how stupid that was, considering that they're not that strong, especially Thor, of all people, yeah, no, I don't think they're going to do the same thing twice, because Zeus is in that same ballpark of being just as powerful to destroy Raiden. It would make no sense to throw him at him, since Zeus can go toe-to-toe with a very amped and hope-empowered Kratos and almost win. So no, Raiden can't beat Kratos as much as Zeus can. No, it's not a good matchup. Sakura versus Stitch. Why? Like, logically, it makes sense that Doomsday wins. It's pretty weak for a god. Oh, he's one of the weakest gods. Thor versus Raiden is the most unbalanced fight in DP history. Hell, they even make fun of it. I forget where they made fun of it. I think it was in the Thor versus Wonder Woman fight, where they're like, "Why did we throw Raiden at this guy again?" And then it just glossed over it. Yeah, it's the most unbalanced matchup, period, in all of DB. Torch Marvel versus Cinder, Killer Instinct. Probably Human Torch because comics, but that's all I can say. Zeus versus Thor would be a better match, but Thor has it due to better speed feats. Battle Royale each. And Abigail versus Derpy. Choose wisely. Derpy destroys because of accidental causality. Raiden versus Obi-Wan or Palutena. I'm not sure, because Palutena is shown to be actually really strong when she gives a shit. And Obi-Wan is, well, Obi-Wan. Rogue versus Parasite. How powerful is Shao Kahn? Shao Kahn is about, I don't know, just around city level as well. Yeah, yeah, he's city level. Yeah, he's city level. But if you want to overhype his abilities, he's around small country. But that's like really particular set in circumstances. DC Parasite, Sakura versus Stitch in terms of strength. In terms of strength, then Sakura. Shotgun versus Darkseid for DBX. Are they planet? No, they're around country at best. At best, country level. And remove rooms again. Oh, God damn it. That always sucks. On the other side of the hall. Green Lantern versus Nova for DB or DBX. Deathstroke versus Taxmaster. I actually wanted that way more than Deadpool. I actually really want that fight. I don't even know. Normally, Superior's owner has a demigod such as Shao Kahn. Yeah, up to a large panel level with size manipulation. Yep, generates much energy, growing a large size of her. Good deal fatality. Large planet levels, stronger than before. Yep, she may be a planet, but when she gets beaten, she's on. But when she's normally sized, which is the thing that they fight, and the version of which she gets beaten as, she's only country level. When she grows to the size of a planet, then she's planetary. But none of them ever beat her in her planetary state, so we can't just throw it out there that they are planetary. What's a fight you always wanted to see happen? I've said this multiple times, and I'll say it again. Celestia versus Amaterasu has been my go-to fight idea for a long time. And Fire God Liu Kang too, and still country level. When comparing feats of strength and what they have done, they're only country level. Versus Tamers. Dipper versus Lobo. Oh no, not that. Kakashi versus Taskmaster. I'm not sure. Probably Kakashi. Liu Kang versus Iron Fist. Shao Kahn versus Shurin Khan. I know Ashi versus Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Okay. Hey. Ah, shit. That was my leg. Ninx. More to say. I actually, after the hour and 25 minutes of talking, I actually don't feel like I want to talk anymore. Is Kano's laser eye light speed? Not in the slightest. His laser is not considered a type of laser that is the light speed variant of a laser. At least according to this. No, there are different types of beams that come from many different types of weaponry. Not to mention, Kano has a very hold on, let me just fucking find the thing again. I just deleted it. Because all right, I can't find the strip. But one of the death battles. One of the death battles. In Genos versus War Machine, we had a debate on whether or not the lasers that G5 or was it G4, one of those robots that Genos fought, the lasers that he fired out at Genos, whether or not it was light speed. I'm the one who threw out that these lasers had to be light speed because Genos declared them as light speed, as a light based attack because of the water moisture in the air absorbing the light as he was trying to show it. But apparently, if the laser itself can be manipulated in some way, then its speed is drastically changed due to science or whatever. Due to science or whatever. So, in actuality, when you call it a laser, they're actually incorrect, and it's actually more of a plasma blast of a kind, due to its reflectivity, the fact that it stops in something, because if it's actually light, it shouldn't stop at something. If it hits someone, it should go straight through them, and not just hit them. And considering that his eye laser just since his eye laser is apparently stopped at his opponent and doesn't just keep going through, then it's considered a plasma beam and not really a laser beam. Not to mention it's a pretty clear tell. So no thoughts on Iona versus Johnny? No, I have no thoughts on that, to tell you the truth. The fuck? What am I looking at right now? Alright, the purpose of the threat is to upgrade both Kano and Kano's attack speed to speed of light. Kano's eye laser feats a primary laser for all intents and purposes. One of the moves is even called eye laser. Kodo Khan's race and manipulated direct sunlight as a weapon, and is able to Kodo himself possesses. In conclusion, Kano and Kano should both have a speed of light attack speed profiles. Kano's laser. Alright. I've seen the Kano feat numerous times before. Can directly weaponizes light itself. I'm working on it. That's cool. Not all lasers are relativistic, and I think sunlight is treated as such since the Dark Souls profiles lost the sunlight speed rating. Take a while. Kano's laser feat is description of site's laser qualifications. So why did the Dark Souls profile lose? Exactly. Never mind that second point. I just did some research. The reason why the Dark Souls they downgraded was because the sunlight spirit and light didn't have actual light, which is the case. Kono uses this sunlight. I didn't mind if Kano's profile isn't revised. It's really important, but it's definitely necessary. Does it fit them all? Okay, most lasers and okay, here we go. Here's the process that I was looking for. And no, this does not mean Kano is coming into a death battle anytime soon. Do not read too much into this. Does it fit them all? Most lasers in fiction do not real prove it. Real often they are supernatural in nature and do not function anywhere close to how the real life should. Therefore, lasers of light beams are only accepted if the real field is met. A maximum of a few of these criteria. The beam reflects in a new material such as liquid, or refracts from a new material such as liquid or whatever. The beam reflects off the material that it can be expected to, such as non-magical armor. The beam is called light speed by Cable's surface. It is stated to be made of photons or light itself, again by a credible scientific source in the verse itself. It has the origin of a realistic source of light, such as a camera. Furthermore, there's a few criteria which show a beam is not real light. It is shown different speeds in the same material. It is tangible and can be interacted with and physically by normal humans. I think that's it. They do not travel in straight lines unless you can provide reflection as seen above. For Kodo, there's a profile around materia. So basically, they went through this, and considering that it didn't meet more than 5 of the criteria, they don't count it. But I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and say it does. Because fuck it. Seems pretty natural to me. How many death battles do you think were correct in all time, and since rendered wrong due to changing feats? Well, I actually have that on my DeviantArt right now of all the battles that I agree with and disagree with. If I can find it instantly, I can just give you a straight number very fast. Give me a second. I currently disagree with 8 out of the many they had. I disagree with 8. There you go. How's it working for that battle? Pretty good. We're right, but has since become wrong. 2. Happy? But to tell you the truth, the ones that I have as 8 were the ones I thought were right. Except Kratos versus Spawn. That's it. I'm not looking through that whole entire list again. Your quarantine been going? Been fine. I'm natural. Then I can't answer that question because I don't know. I hardly care that much. At least I don't care much about past. I care what we have now, and right now I just don't. I don't know if I can accurately give you a proper answer for myself, because I myself don't even fucking know. Because I don't know which ones were inherently already right and turned wrong, because the ones that I find wrong are the ones that I went over a month ago, meaning that whatever I find wrong now probably were ones that I once thought correct and changed due to that fact. So yes, still, my answer to you has to be 8. I can't count Kratos versus Spawn because I can't count Kratos versus Spawn because people will say, well, Spawn was way more powerful than Kratos at the time, so that's technically right, but due to the new Kratos that we have now, it's definitely not right with Kratos being as strong as he is now, and he's definitely strong enough to beat Spawn, but in my personal opinion, I thought Kratos, and he is that strong to beat Spawn at that point in time, and I still am for that, so I can't count that. So you see how complicated this shit is. I can't give you an accurate answer because this is all primarily subjective. I don't know. I'm not good with mascot characters and their feats. Lucky Charms versus Captain Crunch? I don't know. I mean, Kratos versus Spawn with a new... I don't know why they... I don't know why they won't. It's more of like, would they want to? Because they've gone on record multiple times that doing rematches like that are not on their top priority list due to wanting to make new battles more. Because as many people want rematches, more people want specific other fights. Agent 47 versus John Wick and Agent 47 versus Ezio. Well, I will say Agent 47 would have a better time fighting Ezio. John Wick is just a fucking monster. I'll go. Mantis Shrimp versus Pistol Shrimp. I don't know. I've already seen that one. I already see you say Tom versus Sylvester. I don't care about those two, mostly because they both share cartoon logic, and so I don't know which one can take the most punishment. Red Hood versus Winter Soldier. If we ever do it, probably would be. It would make sense, considering that Daredevil versus Nightwing made sense to do in live action. Anything that revolves around two heroes that are barely grounded in their abilities definitely will be live action if we ever do that again. Wouldn't Snap be a better pick for Doodle Bob, considering that he is the actual creation and not Rudy Tabooty, who is a literal kid who only has power in the Chalk Zone? I think we've devolved into this just being nothing more than me giving some opinions on characters that I may or may not know or even care about battle-wise. So I think it's around time that I end things off here, ladies and gentlemen. Ow, because my head is actually starting to hurt and I really want to get done with the second panel with Marceline. Because hers is actually pretty freaking difficult, apparently. Oh, then say Doodle Forces versus Chalk Zone for anything whatever Rudy can think of in his stupid head. And I don't know. Basically pencil versus chalk, and I don't know which one's better. Yeah, I'm not done. I'm done with these. I'm not doing any more battles. I think I've all battled out. And after a run, guys, you get talking. No shit. That's what I'm doing. It'd be really dumb for me to just say, well, no more live streams after K versus Boosted Gold. I'm just not going to talk about my favorite battle that I was able to storyboard. Screw that one. Yeah, you did. I know you did. You should have saw the dab because it's one of my favorites. Thank you. I'm doing my best not to do that anymore. I gotta go. Alright. Shit. Wrong button. Welcome to all people who are now new to my Discord. Hopefully this does not happen again, and I got $100 today. I don't know when exactly I will be receiving that because YouTube is very stingy when in forms of giving me my money nowadays. But when I get that, I will throw a few of that money into my relief of making more anime one night stand requests. So I'll see you guys next time. Holy shit.